Oh, Bo just got that on tape.
I say
Oh,
something. If I say something, he don't remember it.
Right.
You know?
He won't give you the benefit.
Look at Joanna. Just
Or Daddy never
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me the benefit of the doubt, man.
he
Oh,
doesn't.
well, there's some things
I'm not getting you in, I'm
he didn't remember.
just aiming it at him.
Some things he did not remember. Like, for example, when the war started.
See, these kind of things are priceless. You can't.
It was a mystery.
Nobody
Right,
understands
did
it.
Kinda like
But
bologna.
we owned pork fat, all in a big number 8 wash tub.
Right.
Pork fat, pork, everything out of the pork shed, everything, the big hog,
Jeff.
beef fat, and everything. And then we put
Not that
a
one,
little bit of sodium nitrate in the white meat real red.
Right,
Make
right.
it nice, look nice and fresh. And then for some unknown reason,
There's no one in the family.
they
Well,
have
I
this
had one kid.
granulated, some kind of cereal, soy bean cereal product or something. Came in a big bag. We added that to it.
Just to cut it.
I guess so, yeah. Correct.
Right.
And I was just 11, 12-year-old kid. I didn't know the difference. All I was doing was boiling the meat and feeding it into the meat grinder and all.
Right.
And I told him, I
Is
said,
that
man,
fudge?
I was talking one day. I said, man, back in those days, you used to put
Oh
all
no,
kinds
I'm
of stuff
gonna get some of
in
the
the
cheesecake.
We didn't remember that.
Really?
Never remembered that at all. Oh, Lord, you'd be in court for the rest of your life. And then you put that kind of stuff in the meat. Because guess what? There were a lot of people who, a lot of the upkey people,
Oh, a little dessert.
a lot of the key people with the shipyard came.
Look, Jeffrey ain't running and getting out of the
It was
picture.
Chicago
You know,
Breaking
Jeffrey's not
Hey.
running and getting out of the picture, huh?
And,
Oh, yeah,
man,
Jeffrey's sitting
If
down.
anybody ought to run and get out of the picture, it'd be Jeffrey, don't you
in
know?
Illinois, they used to ground, you know,
No, they had
really
some,
high-class
somebody,
beef and
I don't know
everything.
why they
We
were
didn't know
doing
anything. We
that.
didn't know anything about
Every
choice beef
assembly
or
I'd go to in
any of those, you know.
Lafayette, this one particular
that sort of
person,
stuff.
I didn't know it was taking
And-
pictures of me.
Mm-hmm.
They
Finally, someone
immediately
gave me about
knew
4 or
something
5
wasn't right
minutes.
about this
They said, this
hamburger
person
meat
has
they
been
were
following
messing
you
around.
down there,
So
taking
what they would
pictures.
do,
Yeah.
And it's in
Take
fact,
the
look, they're taking one
you
out.
know,
And I want to know what was this fascination of. They gave them to me, but I
Yeah.
don't take good pictures, baby. I'll
They
ring
done
them.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, I mean,
Put laid up.
you,
I know.
it's like hearing yourself on a tape recorder. You sound funny, you sound different. You don't, everybody doesn't realize how they look. Whether it's, they don't like the way they look, they like the way they look. Most people don't like the way, most people think they look better than the way they really look,
Grinding it up.
basically, you know? Don't you agree with that?
You know?
And you see these different angles you never see and everything. Well, everybody's used to seeing, you know, you know,
It was
it's
You're
just,
more critical about yourself.
it is, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
That's like Janie can't stand herself, you know, being photographed, she'll run, and yeah, it gets old after a while, you know.
Yeah, you're like.
I know what you're
What-
I mean, I'm not even thinking about taking a picture and they're running. I said, what you running for? I ain't taking your damn picture, you know.
How arrogant to think that we're taking pictures.
Oh, and that thick red meat.
My mom read an article about Ann
Oh, yeah?
Landers. She said that she felt that Ann Landers.
Oh, I've
was
seen that. I've seen that, yeah.
About video cameras and people not wanting to be videotaped. That's
I
the
don't know,
only
I think
legacy
that'd be
you
right.
have to pass on to people.
Yeah, right.
Your kids.
Uh-huh. Some people, I mean, they very sensitive about it, yeah.
They'll put it
Even
when I went and watched Grandma. That was so comforting to me.
Yeah.
To see her.
Oh, it's so realistic, you know, with the voice and the mannerisms, the little movements and the way they talk and all.
Hi,
You know how you have to
Jeffrey, no one wants to see you in the
What do you
future.
want?
because
Go ahead.
right
Son,
across the street from the
hopefully.
store was-
I did
Son,
not say that.
you want a son, Jeffrey?
Daughter.
You're gonna call him Jeffrey Jr. basically?
Son,
Or?
daughter. No.
From the
I don't
What's
know.
your
I might
son's
call
name
him-
gonna be?
I might call him Bo.
till
Oh,
the
good
I might-
choice.
I might name him Marshall.
There was no seawall?
No, don't do that.
seawall, no nothing, nothing.
Name him after someone productive, you know? Name him like
Beginning of the war.
William Clinton.
Oh God,
Barracks
no,
Jr.
no, God, no.
Downtown?
I don't want a Clinton in my family.
High water?
Well, that's what.
So you want a son, huh, Jeffrey?
I want a son or a daughter. A daughter's fine.
How old do you
Daughter,
think,
I don't want to chew my head off.
How old do you think you'll be when you have your first son?
Railroad track all the way up north.
Another couple years?
The war
Not
started.
a couple of years.
Stopped
13.
all construction.
Right.
But they had already condemned.
One of the black girls in your class?
It was owned by the city
Oh,
of Market
God.
City.
Maybe Trey's sister?
Street, near the
Oh
railroad track.
God.
So
Tara.
along the water side, it was like
Oh,
a-
he does have a sister named Tara?
building with
No, I thought you were talking about Trey Robichaux.
Right
I'm
down
talking
Oh,
about
Trey
the black,
Stockstill.
black tray, yeah.
Oh, the black tray.
Fish markets on one side.
He don't got no
You know,
system.
both sides.
Yeah, he does. He got a
On the
little.
other side, you got meat
He's already
markets on
talking
the
like him,
street.
he don't got no system.
Well,
Yeah,
the
might as
city
well.
rented out various stalls to the various different butchers around town. And that's where all the meat, the butchers were. No grocery store got any meat. Well, when they condemned it,
Catching
the
another rain.
butchers had to look for a place to
It is good, sir.
to do business. So various different ones. One guy put up his own building in one part of town.
That's what I like, a guy that don't run from the camera.
There were several others who did various different things. And this black guy, he had no place to go. And my dad said,
I never would have thought it.
He
Never would've thought it
bought
would.
up almost brand new equipment from a guy.
Abflex.
And bought that equipment up and set up a meat market in the back of the store.
Huh.
And going into meat business.
I'll be damned. And he was successful with that business.
Oh yeah, some people said, what are you doing with a nigger behind the counter, waiting on white people? He said, he's just the best guy in town, you know? He was very contrary that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was, he would do things just contrary to what everybody
Yeah.
would think, just because that's the way he was.
Goes zoom in on Uncle
That's the way he
Charlie's
was.
steak.
You're right on it. He could be contrary.
The meat that wasn't eaten.
Monroe,
Mama said-
you know what
He
Monroe
wasn't near the races.
Monroe
Yeah.
didn't believe he,
Yeah.
Monroe didn't believe he was human.
Mama said
What?
that he,
Monroe, he didn't believe he was human. He thought he was something else.
Mama said that,
Because he used to tell Daddy all the time, you know, Mr. Charlie, we ain't the same.
He thought he was subhuman?
He said,
It's a good
our
man.
skin, when we cut our skin, it's different. Monroe used to say that.
That was the man.
Monroe wasn't a good proponent of the black
Man,
race.
you know, Mr.
We kind of have
But yeah,
chimpanzee,
Monroe
Mr.
was-
Charlie.
He was like an elder. He was like an elder of the black community,
He was,
you know.
yeah, he was.
He was really like an elder because all these young blacks would come and visit.
Charlie, you
Monroe.
need to treat me worse than you do.
Yeah, he should be whipped and not paid.
He was the first black guy I ever saw addressed as Mister by anyone.
Really?
Absolutely.
What do they call him, Mr. Monroe?
That's what he used to call it.
He died in a car wreck, right?
You never.
Did he?
Died in the prime of his life.
On the bridge, yeah, the
Was he drunk at the time?
bridge, yeah.
He used to get drunk. He'd get drunk on Sundays all the time. He'd drive his car down the street about
Monroe had
5, 10 miles an hour, you know.
club
and
across the track. We went fast down.
He'd be slobbering, you know.
They used to attract a lot of people. Back and forth fast down.
Liked to drink on Sunday. Never drank during the week, but he was always.
Had another guy, black guy named Pork Chop. Anthony Strider was his real name.
Pork Chop.
And he used to go want to borrow money from Grandpa all the time. Really had to give him. He'd say, you know I'm your nigga, Mr. Charlie. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one who would
That's
say
the one
it,
who'd say that, yeah. Which I thought was kind of touching.
I'm sure Grandpa enjoyed
I
it.
thought that was kind of quaint, you know.
What's that?
When they would say, you know I'm your nigger, yeah.
How would someone
A
like,
Hallmark card.
If you needed a $5 bill on Sunday afternoon, I mean, how expensive is that? What does that cost?
Well,
Say, I'm your
not
nigga,
bad,
right? You know what I mean? You don't have to give the $5 back, you know?
Well, he was the one they couldn't trust behind the back. He probably, that Mr. Charlie, he's an asshole. You know?
And
I
Charlie
just
asked
wonder,
The other
man,
niggas.
like, I wonder what those blacks said to one another. You know, blacks had to be, I used to not believe that, but I really believe blacks have certain natural acting talent to get along
Yeah.
with the man.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Certain
think
natural
Certainly
acting
that, yeah, at that age, yeah. At that time.
I didn't believe that for a long time, but I finally came to the conclusion that they were better actors than anybody ever gave them credit for.
Yeah. You wonder if you could take someone like Pork Chop and plop him into 1996, you know, how he would get by, what he would think of it, would he be happy with it?
Pork Chop was
Well,
adapted
Pork Chop.
to integration.
He used to call himself Portuguese. He wasn't a,
Pork Chop was Portuguese?
well, that's what he claimed he was. He might have had a Portuguese ancestor, you know what I mean? How many blacks don't have a white somewhere back in their family?
Right.
history, you know? The one drop rule, you know? The one drop rule, he could have been a white guy and then all blacks went on, you know?
Yeah, right.
And, because, I mean, let's face it, you don't see any real African colored
No,
blacks
you don't.
much anymore.
You don't.
You really don't. And I think you're gonna see less and less. unless you import them from Africa. Because you see somebody, look, I was in Africa, man, and I ain't never saw blacks. I had,
It's they're very different in facial structure and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you get, you know, blacks in America have been talking on this quite a bit.
well, I really believe that race, this whole Caucasian thing anyway, is, I don't know how anybody could say, for example, Scandinavia, or Finn, or Swede, or whatever, standing next to an Arab, that they're both Caucasian.
Right, yeah.
They're both Caucasian,
Right.
and they don't look anything alike, you know what I mean? So,
Well, let me ask you this, Mexicans,
Or an
will they
Indian,
be Caucasian?
An old world Indian.
What are Mexicans,
well,
Caucasian?
most
They
Mexicans.
falls in a Latino?
Ah, the
No, most
upscale
Hispanics,
Mexicans.
most
Up-
Hispanics are have a lot of Indian.
Oh, in Mexico, yeah.
So what race are they?
Well,
consider?
it would be,
They can Hispanics can be of any race.
Uh-huh.
That's
Hispanic could be
definitely, yeah.
white,
white,
you know,
black,
Some
Caucasian,
Mexicans would be
Negroid,
white as you and
Mongoloid.
me, you know.
But I mean, when you put down race, that's Hispanic is an official race?
It's
No.
not a race, but it's in the
So what are they-
forms?
Like
it's
an ethnic group.
it's a separate sort of thing. White, there's white, non-Hispanic, black, non-Hispanic, you know, Asian, non-Hispanic, and then Hispanic.
If you go to Spain, for example, or if you go anywhere in Europe, you look at the Spaniards,
They're very European.
they're light as,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they're as light as anybody else, you know. And some of them are a bit darker, like, for example, the Arab.
And they threw him overboard. He was sick about it, man. He was, when they were mad, he was sick. That 400 footers went overboard.
Don't worry, the alligators had a nice
They
deal.
had him bald. But aged beef, you ought to be able to just stick your finger right in it like
Really?
that. So tender.
I'm trying to say about the game birds in England, they would hang these game birds up until meat was just about to fall off.
It's the Gourmet Club. These men meet at least once a month and discuss fine foods, drink delicious wines, and eat exotic, exquisite candies, discussing their likes and dislikes in the world of cuisine.
You know what?
They are foremost
Struck me?
in their field of fine foods. We must be quiet not to disturb them. Yes, notice the way he pours the wine, lets it roll over the tongue gently down the palate and into his gizzard-like belly. This man knows fine wines. Why they don't have cigars lit up, only God knows.
These high food English people out in the country, you know, they eat all the time. They got pretty fat too.
That's how brunch got started.
Well, I don't know. Some of this stuff you read, it's hard to believe. Churchill, I think Churchill was drunk when he wrote some of this stuff about historically speaking,
Yeah.
sort of old-time England, you know. Talked about guys in suits of armor swimming across the river in 6 or 7 knot current, you know, loaded down with weapons and everything. Who are these people? I don't believe it. Duh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the tower, there was a, when I went, there, you know how museums have these traveling exhibitions, or these temporary exhibitions if it isn't traveling. There was one on armament, and it was ironic, because every suit of armor on display, it was armament and execution was the name of it. It was like means of no, armament and torture.
When I saw-
Armaments of torture. There was like instruments of torture and armament, both being
In the
displayed
museum?
at the tower. At the same
At the
time.
tower?
At the
Oh,
tower,
yeah, yeah.
And it was funny because every suit of armor there was English, and every instrument of torture was continental. You know, either German or French, or you know, but there were no English racks.
Did you see Henry VIII's various suits of armor? He was like, it was sort of like Jackie Gleason. He had different sized suits for different weights, you know what I mean? It's like Gleason had 3 wardrobes for 150 pounds, 250.
How
and
tall
300.
was Henry VIII, would you say? Less than 5.5 feet tall, Henry VIII?
Oh no, he was a big tall guy.
Oh, he was tall and fat.
He
He
was
was
big,
huge
yeah.
then.
Let me tell you something. that what you don't notice when you look in encyclopedias at the suit of armor, they show straight head on. They don't show you any profile view of the suit of armor. Because guess what? Sticking out
is
from that along is a big tunnel.
yeah.
The codpiece?
Yeah.
And elaborate.
Diana
and-
said,
yeah.
boy, he must have had a high opinion of himself, you know what I mean? He was just-
They were basically phallic symbols.
Huh?
It was basically
Yeah, I mean, let's
Well,
face it,
so-
he didn't need that much room, you know what I mean?
So there was a
Look,
little
that
extra
cold
room.
water
man.
that he was supposed to be swimming in, he'd have needed a string tied to it.
You used to swim in that armor?
Ah, that's all a lot of nonsense. Churchill wrote that they swam in rivers with this armor on, you know. But the armor wasn't as heavy as you think. It was very thin stuff, you know. But it was still pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Did you see the scaffold that he had to get up on to get on his horse? They hoisted him up on his horse. He had to be hoisted on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of like a diver trying to get in the horse
Right. That's
with
exactly
a heavy
what- yeah.
diving
Exactly.
gear. I mean, you know, it's even worse.
Poor horse.
I thought I'd tell you down at the landing. This little
Because
kid.
the horse had armor too.
Oh
The
yeah.
horse had
Man,
armor.
can you imagine?
Henry
Wow.
VIII
They didn't have
and Henry VIII's armor.
They didn't have a
Go in the
humane
water.
spirit.
It's the thing, man.
It had all been in court for the rest
Well,
of
so
their
you
life.
think Henry VIII was 6 feet tall?
Oh, over 6 feet.
Over 6 feet, he weighed over 300 pounds. then.
Oh yeah, because in his time Englishmen were very short. If you look at the old buildings, you know, you never notice sometimes you got to duck down to walk in some of the old
Right.
places, you know, with the beams
Yeah.
and all. Anyway, I
Well,
started
he was
to tell you
an
about
intimidating guy, then.
Oh, imagine he was, yeah.
Huh.
You ever see that guy, you ever see that Henry VIII and his 6 wives? That thing was on PBS?
Oh, he had 6 wives?
Yeah, he sounded like this. He said, Madam, you disgraced me. I will have your head. I'll have no more of that, madam.
Those English kings weren't.
That guy was good, wasn't he?
Until yeah.
Keith
until-
Richards.
Yeah, they can do it better than me.
Y'all
Until
missing
the,
a great theatrical display here.
until the Victorian era, they really weren't. They weren't wimps. I mean, they were. England was always a hard scrapple country. And to,
Oh,
to
yeah?
keep all those tribes and those nations together, they were
feel like
they
soap
weren't like
opera.
Roman.
Like I eat
They weren't like
cutlet,
late
you know,
Roman
it's not
Empire
much.
emperors. You know, being great.
What you- what-
They were
5 years,
What
you
you-
turned
What you missed, you can catch it on this tape.
Of
all.
course, the Scotch, you know,
Yeah.
they got their a lot of their heritage from the Danes.
Mhm.
The Danes would raid the coast. And,
Yeah.
you know,
They were always.
It was sort of like the LA riots, you know. They would raid, loot everything, steal everything, and they'd leave, and they wouldn't come back until they give them a chance to build the place up again, so there'd be something left to something
Right.
to
Right.
steal.
Right.
So like the LA riots, you know, they hit every. so
Well, see, I
often.
mean, when you read reports, historical reports, contemporaneous
Right, but-
reports about how soft
Out of
and,
your
and
generation,
decadent they had become,
which
that
one was
was
the
from
oldest
their own
grandchild?
point of view.
Oh, you mean? Oh,
Which
yeah.
His
which,
oldest
you know, is all-
grandchild?
Which is exaggeration,
Like,
which
was
is
Uncle Fred the
not at
oldest?
all, you can't take it
Out of
on
all
its face value, you can't
grandmas,
look at it now
little
and,
brothers and sisters,
and
children.
think of these people as, I mean, they were
Um,
serious.
All right. They say the
Trying
same
to
thing.
think who would have been the
You hear
oldest.
people say things. People with
Uncle,
tough-
one of her brothers
World
has
War II
kids
in
in
the
Texas. I
Not
know
true,
from a
because
first
back
marriage,
then,
Uncle
they
Fred.
used to say that the reason why
Uncle
the
Bill,
Japs
the
almost took
oldest,
it to the
Bill's
Koreans
oldest
because
son
it
would
was
have
soft
been,
and all of that.
Yeah.
There's always
Right.
somebody
Who's Uncle
around
Bill's
that
oldest
say,
son,
soft
Bill?
now,
Right.
Comparison
Absolutely.
to back to where they
Absolutely.
were.
Bill wouldn't be his oldest
Absolutely.
kid?
And I would think,
Oh,
my
Uncle
guess,
Bill?
Yeah.
to you this,
Yeah, Bill.
that the
He's
people,
not as old as Frederick. huh?
the guys who
No, he's about 6
fought
months older
in
than
the
me.
Vietnam War,
Well, Frederick would probably be the
Much
oldest
more,
grandson then of
intelligent
Grandma Waterhouse.
than the guys who
Yeah.
fought of the ground troops in World War II.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because
Yeah.
even though they
I
were
can't
drafted,
think of any that would be older now.
it's the same as they were in World War II. But I would say that the morale,
Well, Dan only had a daughter.
the morale,
Yeah,
it's American.
Bill was
They had the
would have had the
morale.
oldest
I guess
kid.
The only thing that kept morale
Oh, Charlie.
up through the Vietnam
He was
War was the
second
guy
Bill.
knew he was gonna go home after a certain period of time.
Yeah.
You know, in World War II, they didn't know that, did they?
Right.
They were
Right.
just gonna go home
So what's your
when
point, Jody?
the war ended.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah.
He probably became grandma's favorite grandson because he was oldest, you think?
Man, I'll be
The
glad
first
when the day
grandchild
comes
is
we can
always
forget for you.
a big deal.
Because
Really?
it's an awful thing to go back on. People didn't realize it.
You feel bitter about that because Dirk was the first grandchild?
Huh?
Do you feel bitter about that because Dirk was the first grandchild for your
Was no good.
mommy? He wasn't the first?
It was
Deborah
like,
was.
why shouldn't someone
It
have
takes
a
some of
right
the
to
pressure off you now.
He
voice
was the
his
only one
opinion that
that.
this is going
The only one, what do you mean?
Like we all know now,
Favorite.
we got it directly from the Secretary of Defense
Mm-hmm.
at the
Deborah
time, that it was all a lie.
was the favorite girl and he was.
They
the
lied to
favorite
one
boy.
another.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson lied, and McNamara lied.
Yeah, it's only coming out now, the extent
Now
to
the
which
politics
they
now,
lied.
and
It's only starting to come out now, the extent to which they lied.
Well,
Some of
I knew
these Johnson-
something. I
some
knew
of these
something.